Hey, good evening, everyone. Hope you guys can hear me. What are your limiting beliefs? And tonight I wanted to challenge you. What are your limiting beliefs? I'm going to take this off just for a minute so you guys can probably hear me a little better. But what are your limiting beliefs? You know, I just finished up a run, and here in Washington, there's a crazy thing happening. Fires are upon us, and some people, their livelihoods are getting destroyed. And if you're being affected, I am praying for you. And if there's anything I can do, let me know. And but I wanted to talk about limiting beliefs and mindset. Yesterday I went for a run, and you know, when I went for my run, afterwards I got a headache from the smoke, and it was probably not a good idea. And so tonight I wanted to just give a shout out to my bro Gilbert. He was like, hey, if you're going to go for a run, put a respirator on. And he challenged me, and I was like, oh, it's going to be harder to breathe. It's going to be hard to do that. And I didn't want to do that because wearing a mask while running, if you haven't done it, it kind of sucks. And especially a respirator like this, you know, but I really wanted to make sure I didn't get the smoke particles. But what are your limiting beliefs? And it's dark outside. It's pitch black outside. So it's dark. It's smoky. I'm tired. But what are your limiting beliefs? And so I crushed that, right? And so one of my limiting beliefs was it's going to be hard. It's going to be outside of my comfort zone. And how am I going to be able to do this? And I crushed that, right? And I was going to just cut myself short. Normally I run 5 miles. Sometimes I run 1.7. But what I did is I decided I couldn't run 1.7 because that would be limiting myself. That would be limiting myself, which something I knew I could do. I knew that I could run 5 miles. I knew I could run 5 miles with a respirator. Have I run 5 miles with a respirator on? A respirator like this, right? I don't know. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment if you've ever ran 5 miles with a respirator like that on, right? And it hurt. It burned a little bit. I had way more sweat in my mouth. But what it really came down to is, why were you doing that? Was I doing it just for the fitness? No, I was crushing a limiting belief because I know that when I get my mental toughness, this mental toughness, this mindset of I'm going to do this, when you work at that and you push past that in every area of your life, what that's going to do is when hard things come on to life, when things hit you, you'll be able to handle that. You'll be able to be a leader. You'll be able to take charge. You'll be able to guide people towards whatever they need to be in life. And I firmly believe that mental toughness and that leadership ability is huge. And every opportunity that you can do that safely, seize that opportunity. So what are your limiting beliefs? If you feel comfortable sharing what your limiting belief is, you can leave it in a comment below, or you can send me a PM. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to motivate you. And I want to do life in this journey with you. And so if you feel that you need someone to talk to, you can schedule a time, and I'm happy to hop on a Zoom call just to have that conversation. And I firmly believe that as a society, we can come together, we can build together, we can create together, and we can lead together. And so my question to you tonight, on whatever day this is, I don't even know what day it is. I rock by my calendar. I look at my calendar in the morning, what people scheduled in my calendar or what I put in the calendar, and I roll with it. I think today's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. I'm not sure. Anyways, but what are your limiting beliefs? If you have one, I would love to be able to help walk you through that. But I have to say, wearing a respirator while running, it's not the hardest thing in the world. There's a lot of things that people are doing hard in the world right now. Right now, we have firefighters that are wearing respirators, that are fighting blazes in California, Washington, Oregon, 100+ degree weather in some areas, and let alone all that gear they have on. Be praying for those. Our military, those that are fighting for our freedom, that's hard. You know, people that are going through emotional, physical abuse, that's hard. People that are in sex trafficking, human trafficking, and they have these people that
have taken control over their mind, that is hard. People that have suffered a loss, that is hard. People that are going through depression, that is hard. Running with a mask on, that is easy. So that is why I'm encouraging you tonight to write down your limiting beliefs, write down things that you feel that are too hard in your life right now, write them down and start working at crushing those limiting beliefs, because mindset is everything, and you're preparing your mind and your brain and your mentality to fight through whatever life is going to give to you, because life is going to give you lemons and you can make lemonade. I don't know who said that, but whoever said that, it's so powerful. And I think that what we do with our lives matter. If you are a believer, if you are someone that loves God and that is fighting for God and living their lives and pursuing God with a burning passion, that's even more important. Right now, we are seeing things in the world that are happening, and we just need to lead. We need to lead our families. And so I mentioned this the other day on a live, but I wanted to talk about how are you leading your families, right, spiritually? And I realized I missed a category that's super important, is your family looks different for everyone, right? I mentioned relationship, how are you leading if you have kids, but what about the singles out there, right? If you are a single person, you need to be building your future family right now, because what you're doing is building that mindset to build those habits, those consistent habits. Get into the Word. I challenge you, read a Bible book a day, one book of the Bible every single day. Hop on a reading plan. I just hopped on a new one. It's super good. If you want to join that with me on YouVersion, you feel free to send me a DM and I'll hook you up with that and hop onto that. But what is your limiting beliefs and how can we crush that? It's doing those little harder things that you can really be able to start that self-development process and be able to just crush it in life. So I believe in you guys. If there's anything I can do, if there's any prayer requests, feel free to DM me. I love you guys. Appreciate you. Take care.